Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it. Talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Happy 11/11. We'll be watching this video on November 10th. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. First card out of the deck, Aries, is High Priestess. We have the Wheel card, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Fool card. All right. High Priestess. Wheel of Year. Ace of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Swords and the Fool card, right? So Source is giving so you're going back in your mind and just asking yourself, what is the reason? What is the reason? Why did somebody stop talking to you? Like, what in the world? Why is you? What is the motive? Because Ace of Swords is motive. Like, what's the reason? Why was somebody being used as a pawn? Like, why? What happened? Like, you kind of like try to go back in your mind. And I'm talking to you again as wherever Aries is in your mind. I mean, like, wherever Aries is in your birth chart, right? Somebody's trying to figure out, why is a loved one, like, why was a loved one, why is a loved one in particular being used as a pawn? Like, what happened? Like, somebody's like really going back in their mind, like in their memory. Like, why is somebody being used? And I feel like somebody is like, you're trying to remember, like, when did somebody stop talking to somebody? Like, when did, like, what was the reason? Like, when did the conversations end? Why did the conversations end? Was there an argument? Like, somebody, like, really in their mind. Because I know a lot of you all move around, like, really fast. A lot of y'all are just, like, trying to take care of a lot of things. Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Something is forcing you all to really slow down. Like, something is really, as far as loved ones are concerned, like, something is forcing you all to go into High Priestess mode. This is feminine energy to put you in receiving mode. Like, something is really causing somebody to really slow down and really think, like, what is going on, right? It's like when, let me see, because somebody is like, okay, somebody moved on, like, quietly just moved on, just moved on. And somebody's asking why. Like, what happened? Like, why did somebody just stop talking to everybody? Like, what in the world happened? Like, somebody moving around so much. What in the world happened? What stopped? Just like everything just came to a screeching halt. All of a sudden, it just stopped, right? Let's see. I feel like when I look at the cards here for somebody, like, as you going backwards, like going back to your mind, you know what comes to my mind here? You know how, like, sometimes, I mean, this is kind of like you can have so much going on, because, like, the Fool card is like a person who's leaving a circus. when you have so much going on in your life at the time that you just don't even know, you don't even know what's going on. It's just so much going on around you. You just don't know. It's something going on in this part of your life, this part of your life, this part of your life. You just don't even notice. Like you look up and people have gone, they left, they went on, right? And somebody is now like in a dream state, like in the looking at the dark and light of situations. You're trying to process your like just what in the world, when did something start? And so source is trying to give you some time to kind of really think, like really think. But I would suggest you pull out paper and pen, start journaling. That's what I would suggest. Because this amethyst right here connects us with the crown chakra. So look at it at the highest frequency. Don't look at it as like, okay, I must have been crazy out of my mind. Like, what is wrong with me to not, if you look at it from that standpoint, it's literally like you're putting a dark spell on yourself. Literally, it would be like you're talking darkness to yourself. So I just want you to look at something from the highest frequency. Here's the Nine of Wands here. Something about, with the Nine of Wands here. And again, I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart, so it doesn't have to be your sun sign. Just so we're crystal clear, it doesn't have to be your sun sign. It could be moon, rising Venus, because this could also be your moon. It could be your moon sign. It could be your Uranus. It could be your Jupiter, wherever. Because all of these are like these are planets here. So it could be in the planetary somewhere. It could be your Chiron. It could be, take it however it resonates. Or it may not resonate with you at all, right? So even for my cross watchers, find out where, if Aries is in your birth chart at all. It may resonate with somebody that you know. So somebody else could call you and be like, they feel like they waking up from a nightmare. Or they're just like, okay, where did the time go? They just know like what happened. But somebody has come through this long and arduous journey. Here we have the Two of Swords here, with two energies. That somebody feels like they're at an impasse with. Two types of energies you feel like you're at an impasse with. At some point, somebody may have felt like they were a fool, like just felt like, okay, like you were maybe like, but somebody was being played for as like somebody was like a pawn in a chess game, like a younger person was like a pawn in a chess game. And so now something is closed out. Something is now closed out. I'm just pausing. I know in one of my last videos, somebody said, you were pausing like you were kind of holding back. Well, I'm just looking at the cards, okay? So I just got to announce it this time because I know y'all are like, somebody put that in the last video. So I'm just pausing now. I'm just like, yeah, hold on. Because yeah, it looks like there were two energies. It really looks like there were two energies that were just blinded to something. One, two. Yeah, it looks like two energies were just really blinded to something. They had no idea. Okay, that's what it. Yeah, they had no idea like what was going on. And so when both of them, that's what this is. Okay, so the source is saying it's trying to give whoever I'm talking to. I don't know. This is the general reading. Both of them were blinded to something. When both of them, and it could be you, right? It could be you, or it could be somebody that you love, right? But just take it again, however it resonates. When both of them left something behind that didn't produce any growth in them, spiritually, it did not produce any growth in them. So people just decided to demonize them, burn them, demonize in any way, shape, form, or fashion, talk negatively about, like, burn their reputation. I mean, just like really just like I heard this actor say one time, like use them as use people as examples. And so source is really trying to slow you down, Aries, and let you know when you talk about loved ones, it's like, because I know you don't want to be impulsive, like, oh my God, you all are ruled by the Tower card, right? So that Tower card for some people could be like, oh my God, I'm having a tower moment. And then next thing you know, you just go flailing off, flying off, talking, and all of this going on. Source is trying to help somebody to not be impulsive and go straight into prayer warrior mode. Because when some people, that's what you say, you're going back in your mind. You're going back in your mind. And you're recognizing how people are demonized when they move on from certain things. Like, think in your mind when you moved on from jobs, how people have tried to go ahead. They find out, like, oh, you going to ABC company. So people will try to get familiar. That's what fire is. They try to get familiar. Like, oh, you know how when people get ready to leave jobs, Aries, and they say, oh, so what company you going to? And you may say, oh, I'm going to ABC company. And they say, oh, okay. There's always somebody who goes, they know somebody that works for ABC company that goes ahead and tries to ruin your reputation before you go to ABC company. So now you go to ABC company and you wondering why in the world you got enemies before you even get to ABC company. You getting there, you try to get settled in, and you got enemies before you even get there. Right? You demonize before you even get there. So that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do, is stop jumping to conclusions. Stop impulsively jumping to conclusions. If it has happened to you and you have a tower moment, immediately go into prayer. Immediately go into prayer. If something is happening to you or either somebody that you love, and some people are determined, they are determined to ruin either you or some people that you love. So they need compassion, not jumping to conclusions. When you see fire here, when you think about fire, a fire takes a blaze. You would not go run into a building without some protective gear. You'd pick up a phone and call for help. That would be common sense. So something is happening fast. Right? So what's happened is that we got 8, right? So 8, the light side of 8 is that somebody would be clear, have a clear vision. Like, okay, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. I'm not going to I'm not going to be impulsive. I know exactly what to do. So let's say, for instance, you're having a tower moment, right? You're having an awakening. Okay. I got two loved ones, or it's you. It could be you. Or I got two loved ones, be friends, family members, whoever, who something is happening. So people are determined to burn some loved ones, right? So I got clear focus. That's number 8, the light side of the number 8, right? They were blindsided, had no idea. They woke up, all of a sudden, all heck broke loose. Everybody's like, what in the world? Right? First thing, I'm going to show compassion. That's first, right? The first thing, right? Because what's happened here is that you're dealing with some energies who are... Okay, so yeah. So, and I had to make a little bit more room. But what you're dealing with are two types of energies that's on the dark side of the number 8. They have either succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, or they're egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. So money is definitely involved in something. And they are bullies or being bullied, right? So somebody has succumbed to passive behavior, so they're followers, and somebody is leading something, right? So either or, somebody's trying to give people a nervous breakdown, and people are being used as pawns. That's what it is, right? So it's the saying compassion. But the last thing you want to do is impulsively jump to stuff, get on the phone, start gossiping, all this other crazy mess going on. But somebody may be taking a flight somewhere, but something is a quick progression of something. So something is going to take off like wildfire. Something is going to take off like wildfire. Right. So here we have the God card. Right. Because somebody has a God complex. Somebody has a God complex. They feel like it's their way or the highway. They feel like it's their way or the highway. And they don't care about consequences. Here we have the Chariot card. So, the source is saying to you, if it's you, and you're at a crossroad with something, this is your prayer warrior. Because you got the devil card. You got the devil card in the major arcana, right? So source is saying, and you have the God card here, which is the emperor card. Source is saying, as if it's two energies and the devil card is in the major arcana, source is saying you want to yield to source. Because the energy is the enemy is very, very crafty. So if it's two energies, excuse me, that the enemy is tempting you with, and you feel like you're at a crossroads, you feel like, okay, should I go high or should I go low, right? Yeah, that's very tempting. Very, very, very tempting. Very tempting, right? So it's just saying something will take off like wildfire. So for you, it may feel like, okay, this instant gratification, right? But remember, this is ruled by the Tower card. So... and also, it's also whoever you're around. If you're around people that have a particular belief system and they're stuck in a particular belief system, and you are an energy that believes what they believe, y'all have the same belief system, that could also, and you're overwhelmed by a particular belief system about something, that can also determine your decision too. So either way, what will be, will be. So let's see what else we got going on here. But something is going to take off like wildfire. The source is saying to you, Seven of Swords here. Something will feel like Somebody's character is assassinated in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Something will show like cracks in a foundation. People will be asking why. It's just going, like I said. So, here we have the Hermit card. So this the Hermit card is really about being in hermit mode and just being in receiving mode of downloads. Like going into prayer mode. Like really, really going into prayer mode. Like prayer warrior mode. Going into prayer warrior mode. Because the Seven of Swords is really just like it's really just of just like really just kind of just having a belief system that either somebody believes that somebody is deceitful, like somebody believes that somebody got away with something, or somebody's keeping secrets or something. Y'all can look it up. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles. And so something new, here's the Ace of Pentacles, like something of new of value is coming. So here we have the Page of Cups. So somebody has some good news coming out. Some good news coming your way. All right. Here we have the Knight of Swords here. So we got 6, 6, 6 here, right? So the good news, okay, so the good news is, and we're keeping the vibrations high. So let's look at the high frequency. So the high frequency is that somebody is going to end up taking the high road, right? So you're going to end up taking the high road and saying, you know what? Okay, let me say this. I'm talking to high vibrating Aries, okay? I'm talking to high vibrating Aries. And I'm saying this not knowing what the situation is, because this is a general reading. So take only what resonates with you. And I'm also sensitive to whatever a situation is, because sword energy cuts deep, right? So if it's something that you feel like you believe, this is the I believe sign. If you believe it's something that cuts really deep and you're around people that's instigating something that for you feel like, oh, you were used as a pawn or somebody was taking advantage, you need to get away from those energies. You're a fire sign. You need to get as far away from them. Just like this person right here, well, you can't really see it, but sometimes the person is on a motorcycle. You need to get as, like a person that's like got on jet skis. You need to get as far away from them as fast as humanly possible, because we're getting closer and closer to a full moon. And we're talking about 11/11. That means whoever these two energies are that people are instigating in your ear about these energies, sources saying you need to get as far away from them as possible, because the closer and closer we get to a full moon, the intensity of your energy level, and you all being ruled by a fighting planet, Mars. That's the energy and assertion planet, but it's also sexual energy. It's the fighting planet, the anger planet, all of that, the intensity of that. That's why source is saying somebody needs to get into hermit mode and turn the phone off. Get as far away from that as possible and go straight into prayer warrior mode. Source, I need clarity. I need to get as far away from any instigating spirits as possible. So let's say, for instance, you do that. I need to get far away from, I need to focus on something else. I need to read a book, listen to meditation music. I need to get as far away from drama as possible. I need to go straight to source. I don't need to be tempted by the devil, the crafty devil, where you're being baited into something and switched up on, and now all of a sudden you mad, right? You have decided that take the high road, right? So let's look at it that way. You're high vibrating Aries. You have decided to take the high road, right? So, in that instance, you got three energies who have decided to say you're moving on from something. You're getting as far away from shady people as possible. That means you've said you're not going backwards into something that did not produce a whole lot of results. You're not arguing with people. You're not being combative with people. You're not motivated by that. It doesn't produce anything. It's no growth in that. That's what somebody is saying. And you're determined to keep it on the throne. To remain happy, charismatic, and free. Anytime somebody's trying to instigate stuff, you're getting as far away from them as possible. You are laser focused. So if it comes to having a total recall of something, we're talking about the Tower card that's connected to Mars, total recall. You have a total recall of how painful something from the past was. You feel like somebody was using you or whatever the case may be. Nope, going straight into prayer mode. I don't want to hear it. You're not stupid. You're incredibly smart. You're powerful, but you're going right into prayer mode, right? So it's just saying, we have the Queen of Cups here. You're pouring into yourselves. Even if somebody says something emotionally immature to you, hey, you wouldn't go backwards to something. Even if you saw pigs with wings fly, you're not going backwards to something. It's too much to lose. Ace of Pentacles. That's the frequency that somebody is on. Somebody's like, it's not worth, something is not worth it. Yeah, something is not worth it. So Source is saying something is not worth being connected to two types of energies. For somebody, I don't know who I'm talking to, but for somebody, Aries, the reason why, I know I feel like I'm talking to a man in particular when I say this one. Because I'm looking at this man on this card whose hand is on the side of their head, where you got these, looks like ravens, like on the side of their head, on their hands, on the shoulders, like people talking in your ear about something. It looks like when somebody goes back through their mind, the reason why something is like your head and heart are at war, it's like your head and heart may be at war with each other, because these are family members. These are blood relatives for somebody. This is a man I'm talking about now. Like before, I was told it could have been man or woman. It didn't really matter. But this is a man I'm talking about. These are blood relatives. And you were used as a pawn. Like somebody used you. And these relatives had no clue. They had no clue. But what's interesting about all of this is that all three of you are protected by your ancestors. All three of you all are protected by your ancestors. All three family members. You and these two family members that you were the one of the guy, you were used as a pawn, but the ones that their head and heart, they were confused. Like what happened? Like really what happened to you that you didn't see that you were being used as a pawn? So some kind of a new beginning is going to happen here. Some kind of a new beginning is going to happen here. But somebody's mother who is maybe no longer alive, which would be like maybe a mother or grandmother figure who is no longer alive, is the one who like people inherited this gift from. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but somebody inherited this gift. There's another ancestor who rode a motorcycle, but somebody is going to really have you, this guy, right? You, Aries, and take the rest of the other reading. What I said before, that's man, woman. But this part right here, while you're asleep, you know, as the moon is becoming more and more intense, like we're getting closer and closer to a full moon, you're going to start going back in your mind, like where did all of this begin? Like what happened? Like what really what happened? Where did this pain happen? Where did this anger? Where did this combat? Where did somebody feel like they landed to the dark side of the number 8? Where did somebody, you know, this egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, or succumbing to passive and powerless behavior? Something happened to somebody's spirit somewhere where there's people that show you some compassion somewhere. Here we had a 3 of Cups here. Yeah, but some good news is going to come across somebody's path, and some conversations are going to be had. New beginnings, some conversations are going to be had. So the Death card comes out, but yeah, a Tower moment is happening here. Tower moment is happening here, and it's going to be around like a rebirth. Yeah. There's a Tower card. A Libra has something to do with something. Somebody has Libra in their birth chart. Or just being indecisive and jumping to conclusions, and there's going to be a whole lot of, oh, I thought this and somebody told me that, and just again jumping to somebody, I heard this and somebody this and that. So I'm seeing a rebirth happening here. But it's going to be a double tower. Double tower. So again, Tower would be like prayer warrior. This prayer warrior. But yeah, when you see all of this air and cards right here, There's a lot of overthinking. It's a lot of overthinking and not enough talking to. That means that somebody's heart is like really, because we talking about heart chakra. There's like this, people jump to conclusions. Somebody's heart is hurt. Somebody is, feels powerless. Somebody's ego is just blown way out of proportion. Somebody is just determined. Somebody is mad. It's just a lot of going on here. And then couple that with people who have a belief system, a certain belief, stuck in a particular belief system about something. So, but anyway, so you have to get the clear cognizance, that psychic knowledge about other people. Somebody is amongst incubi and succubi. He apologizes for betraying you. Who is he? Who is he? Hold on. Okay. Somebody hasn't been completely honest with you. It could be somebody, so it's a guy. Somebody betrayed somebody. It's a guy that betrayed somebody. Time to treat yourselves to a spa day, but take a leap of faith. You have the gift of clairvoyance. It's time to expand your brand. Get some fresh air. Throat chakra cleanse. Pour into yourselves more. Somebody's an incubus. You have the gift of clear audience, which is clear listening. You are who they prayed for. And also the gift of precognition, that's foreknowledge. Your next love interest will make you happier. Wow. The curse is now broken. Yeah, so it's a double tower moment here. It's a double tower moment. I keep trying to help y'all. Aries, it's like it's never a good thing when people just, jump to conclusions about stuff, and just that jumping to conclusions mixed with being around people who like to instigate stuff. You just never know what happened. Sometimes it's a good idea to talk directly to people. Find out what the heck is going on. Jumping to conclusions. Don't know. All heck is breaking loose. Stuff take off like wildfire. Somebody feel like somebody gotta, work. I have the power to create the work and lifestyle of my dreams. Overwhelm is now abolished and removed from my work today. I calmly focus on one thing at a time. Calmly focus on one thing at a time. So it's a lot of energies involved in something. So, but clarity. I am clear on my purpose. I'm here for a reason. I am worthy. I am valuable. I own my truth. I'm moving forward in the right direction. I know exactly what I need to do. I take action towards the things that matter. So Source is saying somebody's going to take those blindfolds off. Take those blindfolds off. And slow down. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Positive light to others. So it's just calling for somebody to have an awakening here, not jump to conclusions. That's the thing about light work, is like you cannot jump to conclusions. There's just it's not a competition. It's not a competition. A lot of light workers spend a lot of time alone. You can pick up on a lot of different energies, but you can't be a person who jumps to conclusions about a lot of things. You can You pick up on stuff, but you need time to really process your thoughts. You really need time to process your thoughts. If you got a bunch of stuff going on, oh, I know this, I know that, I know this, I'm better than this person, I'm better, I can do what they do. Okay. And end up saying some stuff, it's like, oh man, like, oh, I thought. Time to start doing some abundance planning. It's easy for people to let their egos get involved. It really is with you. The true source is source. The creator is the source, right? Sensuality. So it's the creator. Source is the creator. The creator of those gifts. There is no competition. I trust the timing of my life. So yeah, but somebody has some ancestors from the other side to step in. To help somebody learn how to take some blindfolds off so you can see what's really, really, really going on here. That is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Happy 11/11. Again, this video is for the 11th of November through the 18th of November. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.